What is going on, YouTube? I am Prepper Princess, the author of Living on Almost Nothing. If you are interested in purchasing my book, I will go ahead and leave a link down in the description box below. I'm sorry, but it's too bright and I have to turn off the light. All right, so today we are going to be doing a product review on the Jackery Explorer 1000. As you all know, Jackery is known throughout the world. From what I understand, now they sell them at Lowe's, Home Depot, Harbor Freight, and they're very readily available at all of your local hardware stores. So if you want to be able to see, feel, and touch it before making your purchase, don't be shy about going down to your local hardware store, seeing if they have one in stock, checking it out. You know, maybe they'll even let you pull it out of the box. Maybe they've got some on display. It's definitely something that you want to look into. I've done reviews on probably somewhere between 5 and 10 different Jackery units, and every single one of them is like, you just know what you're getting into when you get a Jackery. You're getting something that is super simple, super easy to use. You know, anybody can use it. It doesn't have these crazy technologically advanced, which somebody are into, but like these crazy, like, operate it from your phone and set it up with your house and, you know, backup battery systems to the backup to the, but it all has to be done by remote control and an app that you have to download, and then all this GPS, like sometimes it gets overwhelming. When you just want power, you just want power. And that is exactly what the Jackery offers. They have always been, when you've got a really good working unit, they're always very reliable, so you don't have to worry about pulling it out and having it not work. So that's something that you can be sure to, you know, not worry about. But where I live, we have wildfires, and we have them all the time, and I haven't gotten to the point where the electricity has been cut off or evacuation orders or anything like that. I haven't even seen smoke this year. Thank you. But it is something that we have to keep in mind when living in California, in the northern part near all the forests. So there's wildfires, and we also have to worry about earthquakes that might shut off the electricity. So I personally love having a backup system. For my own personal morale, I like having internet connection and TV using my streaming services. That just keeps my head going. You know, it keeps it so that I don't panic and that I don't have to think about the dangerous situation at hand and how I'm not going to have heating or air conditioning or anything like that. And I also like to have a refrigerator that I know is not going to spoil my hundreds of dollars worth of food. So, you know, if you're going to invest in a Jackery, it could potentially save you hundreds or thousands of dollars in the event of one single power outage in case all of your food spoils. All right, folks, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the product review and the specifications of this unit. Let's get to it. Everyone's priorities are different in a power outage, but mine is definitely a cup of joe. So let's go ahead and see if it'll make a cup of joe. We have a success. That is a really high wattage unit, but with a 2,000 watt surge and a 1,000 watt continuous. This uses about 750 watts for about 10 minutes, and it did it. Jackery has been the leader in portable clean energy solutions since 2012. They've brought the latest in battery and solar generator technology to millions of outdoor enthusiasts, as well as preppers and explorers across the world. Jackery has been helping people be better prepared for any natural disasters or emergencies at home and off the grid, as well as become better adventurers with over 3 million units sold and 11 years of expertise. When you receive your Jackery Explorer 1000, it will include a car charger cable, an AC wall charger, and Y parallel cable so you can connect separate solar panels together, as well as the user's manual. This means that there are 3 different types of ways to charge the unit. The fastest way is the wall charger, which will take about 7.5 hours. The car charger, which goes into your cigarette lighter, will take about 14 hours, and if you use 2 Solar Saga 100 watt solar panels, it will take around 8 hours, but that is depending on the weather. Testing. The time is now about 5 p.m. and it is powering the TV. So let's see how long it goes. Okay. It's now 11:40 and I held out as long as I could, but I have to get to bed and it still has 20% left. So that's about 7 or 8 hours. And it used 80%. So we're looking at 10% per hour for about 150 watt TV. On the unit, from left to right, the Jackery functions include an LED flashlight, DC input, DC button, car port, USB-A output port, AC output, USB-C output, AC button, and LCD screen, as well as an LCD screen button. The Jackery Explorer 1000 has 1,002 watt-hour capacity. It weighs only 22.04 pounds. Its dimensions are 13.1 inches by 9.2 inches by 11.1 inches. The DC input is 24 volts, 7.5 amps. The car port is 12 volts, 10 amps, and the storage is through a lithium-ion battery. There are 3 AC outputs using 110 volt plugs that have a surge peak of 2,000 watts and a continuous usage of 1,000 watts. That's the maximum. The USB-A port has an output of 5 volts, 2.4 amps. The USB-C ports have an output of 5 volts, 3 amps, 9 volts, 2 amps, and 12 volts, 1.5 amps. The Quick Charge 3.0 outputs are 6.5 volts, 3 amps, 6.5 to 9 volts, 2 amps, and 9 to 12 volts, 1.5 amps. For optimal safety and continual use of the Jackery Explorer 1000, it has undervolt protection, overvolt protection, overcurrent in-charge and discharge protection, short circuit in-charge discharge protection, over temperature in-charge and discharge protection, and overcharging voltage protection. The life cycle is 800 cycles at 80%. That is the capacity, and it does support pass-through charging and generation. It comes with lifetime technical support, and it has an operational temperature from -10 to 40 degrees Celsius and a recharging temperature range from 0 to 40 degrees Celsius. All right, so verifying the pass-through generation, I've got the 2 Solar Saga 80 watt panels going into the Jackery, and then I've got the Jackery powering my alternative form of transportation, my e-bike, with my dog happily guarding. She's so scary, but yeah, the pass-through generation works. I already charged up that e-bike. Now I'm charging up this one. And as you can see, it's got 117 watts coming in and 88 watts going out. So, yes, if you are a prepper, you definitely want to have an e-bike. And if you're not a prepper, you definitely want to have an e-bike. They are the most fun you'll have in a million years. And I can tell you, off-road e-bikes, if you have a Jackery with you to charge it, the fun is going to be endless if it's off-road. Take it with you camping. Keep in mind that Jackery offers a lot of different options in terms of the portable solar panels. All of them are very easy to use, they're lightweight, and they're very easy to carry. These particular panels are the Solar Saga 80 watt solar panels. These have a peak wattage of 80 watts, and the power voltage is 22 volts with a current at 3.64 amps. The open circuit voltage is 28.5 volts, and the short circuit current is 3.71 amps. The operating temperature range on these solar panels is between 14 and 149 degrees, and that is Fahrenheit. It weighs only 5.1 kilograms, and the dimensions are 35.6 by 20.7 by 1.6 inches. They come in this really cool carrying case that my dog Rocky thinks is a bed intended for his personal sunbathing because of the metallic covered interior, which helps direct the sunlight onto the panel. The panel itself is dual-sided, meaning it receives sunlight on both sides when it's being used. It has an ultra solar conversion efficiency of 25% and is IP68 waterproof rated. The IP in the rating stands for Ingress Protection Rating. It is a code that signifies how water and or dust resistant a piece of technology is by measuring the effectiveness of its seal when it comes to keeping liquids, dust, and dirt out. The standards for determining these ratings was developed by the International Electrotechnical Commission, which is also known as the IEC. IP ratings include two numbers. The first digit refers to the ability to keep solids out, and the second number addresses liquids like water. The 6 in the IP68 rating means that the solar panel is dust tight. Dust cannot penetrate the panel and cause any damage to any internal circuits. The 8 in the 68 means that it is protected against the effects of continuous immersion in water. While I wouldn't want to leave my personal solar panel at the bottom of a lake, it just means that it is going to be okay if you accidentally drop it in water. The Solar Saga 80 is compatible with all Jackery products and is the world's very first consumer photovoltaic modules certified by TUV SUD. Each panel is made of monocrystalline silicone solar cells, comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, and it has an extensive 3-year warranty and very fast delivery. Each Solar Saga panel will include a 2-meter extension cable, which is 6 feet, and a user's manual. And now that we have the coffee and TV test done, which are the most vital and important things, it is time to do a load of laundry using solar. So let's get to it. So it just finished. It still has 73%. I think it only used about 10% for the entire load. It is a high efficiency washer, but I am super excited. It actually did way better than I thought it would, which is awesome. Great job, Jackery. When it comes to the solar power supplies, Jackery is certainly one of the most well-known and is one of the easiest to operate. They are so easy to use. I would be confident that saying anyone from the age of 5 all the way up to 95 would be able to easily figure out how to properly operate the unit within a matter of moments without the need to even read the manual. However, please read it anyway. When you are buying a solar battery pack unit, I always recommend to use it. There is absolutely no point in buying something and just letting it sit in the shed like fine china until an emergency or camping trip moves you to dust it off and take it out of storage. The Jackery will pay for itself if you use it on a daily basis. You can use it in your living room for TV or media like your laptop and your cell phone. Maybe you want to have it on your bedroom in order to operate your electric blanket and maybe a side table lamp. Maybe you can use it for your CPAP machine if you have one, or even in your living room with something along the lines of an exotic thing like off-grid lighted garden growing system. Some of us have that. In any event, use it so you get your money's worth in electricity savings on a monthly basis. Using these units casually could easily save you $20 per month, and if you use it to its full potential, it could save you $50 to $100 a month off of your electricity bill. So be sure to use it to its fullest potential. We can help the environment by starting with the man or the woman in the mirror, and we can go ahead and make small changes in order to help our planet. If one person sees you using the Jackery, it might inspire them to use one themselves, which will lead to even less pollution overall and a much healthier, happier planet. All right, everybody. I hope this video has been really useful to you. And if you are interested in the Jackery, links will be in the description box. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.